Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another weekly show of our online reselling show. Um, right before we went live, I hit my knee really hard, which is why we're running late. I was trying to scooch up my desk chair, and I have actual tables at the desk that are from IKEA. They're meant to be desks, but they have these metal pieces under them that kind of hang down. And when I tried to pull forward in my chair and I sit Indian style, I just rammed myself right into this metal chunk under my desk. So anyway.
Yes,
today, today I had some thoughts about what is going on. It's just thoughts that what I think. I don't have proof. I can only guess. But with Amazon having hard gated a lot of sellers for things that we've sold for years, like Colgate, you have to have 200 units to get ungated. I wanted to get, it was a few weeks back, I spoke about it was L'Oreal or Revlon, some drugstore name brand mascara I wanted to list. And I had to have 200 units. So I was working with a client and he was wanting to get ungated. And there's a company that I use quite often that Amazon accepts their invoices to get you ungated. And as we were working together, I had him choose items where when you click to apply, Amazon only wanted 10 units because I had a theory. And I have a friend who is trying to get ungated in Colgate and they want 200 units. He bought 200 units from my supplier and Amazon is not accepting his invoice. So because I had that fear of like, is Amazon not accepting the supplier anymore? I told my customer, just get the one that wants 10 units. So we did food, we did a health and beauty item, and I don't recall what the third item was because I was trying to get him ungated in 3 different categories and products. Amazon immediately accepted his invoices from the same supplier. And these were items, again, that were 10 units, but Amazon is not accepting this invoice for a friend that had to have 200 units. So why is this supplier okay to Amazon for one guy, but not the other? What's different? The only thing that's different is the units in which Amazon is requiring. So my theory or my hunch is Amazon, when they're putting these big buy costs, the 200 units that we've seen and more, Amazon just doesn't want us selling it. And so they're putting a ridiculous amount there as a hindrance, knowing that most people that are selling these type of brands, if they're not the brand themselves, are people like us buying them retail. And Amazon, I think, is just going to tell you no anyway, even if you buy the 200 units. So what I really want to know is if anybody has gotten ungated on a 200 unit buy and gotten that yes. Just because my theory is Amazon's just going to tell you no anyway because they don't want you to sell it.
Well, I have, I brought one up. What the heck did I bring up here? This is for Colgate. So let me do that. And we'll show what we're talking about. It looks like there's new buttons. They updated. They're always updating. How am I supposed to?
I know in StreamYard things look different.
Every freaking time. Drives me nuts. Okay, so for my account with Colgate, which I have sold Colgate before, they're now wanting 400 units, combined 400 units. That combined purchase is important for 400 units because you could do several different
suppliers.
Well, you could do suppliers and or items. You know, you could buy 100 of this toothpaste, of Colgate toothpaste, and 100 of this, whatever it is, which gives you a little bit more flexibility on things. But yeah, 400 units is a long, long time. And then let me see here.
Yeah, and it was 200 units for Colgate. So is it 200 for one and 400 for another, or has Amazon just upped the requirement again because people are like, okay, I'll buy 200?
Yeah, I don't know. And then this one that I had picked was a 3-pack of toothpaste. So you would have to buy either the 3-pack and 400 units of that, or 400 times 3. So is that 1,200 units? And then I was going to go over here. This is one. Hey, April. Nice to see you in here. This is one spot that we have used their invoices for before, Price Master. So I don't know if they sell this particular Colgate. We could try Col. Yeah, so they sell toothpaste over here. You'd have to log in to see the pricing, but you're basically going to be coming over to an authorized distributor. And I don't know if Price Master is good anymore.
That's right.
That's the problem. Is I have a whole bunch of recommended places to ungate, and I'm hearing all over the feeds on some things are working, some things are not working. Things that were working are not working, and it's utterly ridiculous.
And our job is to try to stay on top of it so that way we can pass on anything we know to all of you.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, all these things you got to take with a grain of salt, or, know that even if, Tina and I, we give out this information for free, but there are places out there that will sell you the ungating of something for X amount of dollars. And they're basically doing the same thing that we're doing. They're not doing anything special. They do not have anything else that we aren't already providing. And I think that throws some people because they're like, oh, well, I can't believe it if it's free information. I've got to go pay for it because they promise that I'll get ungated. And it's the same exact stuff. There's no ins or outs here. But yeah, a lot of brands are locked down, and there are now requiring anywhere. We've seen 10. What's the most you've seen? 400 is the most I've seen on my account.
That's the most I've seen. 400
units.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really, really making me wonder. And they've really hard gated a lot of people. And unfortunately, if you get hard gated in the middle of having a lot of inventory in there, you then get an email saying you need to recall your items within, I think, 30 days. Do you remember?
Yeah, they give you, I think, a 30-day window. So the good news is we have Walmart to sell these things on. So if you haven't applied for a Walmart selling account, you should. It's nice to have Walmart as a backup to be able to sell inventory that you can't sell on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, there's just a lot of changes going on, and it's hard to decide what is going to be safe to sell and what's not going to be safe to sell.
Yeah. And then on the listing front, so I have a company that I am an authorized seller of their brand. I'm approved on Amazon to create listings under this brand. I have a letter of authorization. Like, I have the golden ticket, right, for a reseller if you want that with a company. So I was creating some new listings for items that didn't exist on Amazon. And then one of the items had existed on Amazon back in 2016. No one has been on the listing since the end of 2016. And so I attempted to create the listing, and then it pops up that it's already in Amazon's inventory. So I go to add it in my inventory to sell it. Amazon says, you're attempting it, kind of like how those warnings that pop up when a listing is generic. You're attempting to change or add to that warning that pops up. I thought, well, that's odd. So I went and looked at the listing, and sure enough, the brand name was correct on the listing. The picture was correct. The UPC code was correct. So I opened up a case with Amazon and went round and round with them. I sent them photos. I sent them the real world images. We went round and round of what they wanted. I even sent them my invoice. I sent them my letter of authorization, all the things. It boiled down to the person helping me says, well, you're not going to be able to change this listing, and just go ahead and list it under the brand name generic. And that came from Amazon. And this is why I think so many people continue to create generic listings. That's one reason. And you're not supposed to be creating a listing as generic when it is actually a brand. So it's like Amazon's own customer service reps give you bad advice. Now, in the meantime, I have a lot of listings that I created correctly. Um, well, not 100% correctly, if you will, but when I was creating bundles, I created a bundle of a brand's product. I used the brand's name for the bundle listing. I just had a G10 exemption because these things did not come bundled, but it was correctly made. It was under the brand's name, the brand's products, everything correct. Now, of that particular brand, I had 4 listings on Amazon. Slowly but surely, every single one of them has been hijacked and the brand name has been changed. The images are still there, the bullet points are there, but the brand name has changed from the real brand of the product to some random letters. It's always these letters like XYOFP.
So I have 2 theories on that. One is hijacking, and 2 is a system update that went sideways, and that's when you get some of the weird gobbledygook.
Well, on all of these listings, I've opened up cases with Amazon. I have tried to get them to fix it, and they say that I cannot, that has to come from the brand owner. And it's like, these are not the brand owners. It was correctly under the brand, and these are cases that are impossible to win with Amazon. They're not worth the effort or my time to get them fixed. But all of this has me convinced when these things happen on listings that it is an inside job at Amazon. And the reason I'm convinced is for scenarios like the other item that I have a letter of authorization, I have the invoice, I have the pictures of the item, the UPC code is on it, it shows that it belongs to the brand, and Amazon won't let me fix it. But they'll let somebody else change a listing to a new brand called XFYOP. How? And so I truly believe it's there are people on the inside at Amazon.
Yeah. Well, and they're always doing updates and stuff too, so it's kind of hard to tell what the heck is going on. And that's why there's just so many freaking shenanigans going on that it's really, really tough to figure that out. I have had my UPC issue going round and round and round and round and round. And I've had to provide the GS1, the this, that, and the other, and I have provided all that, and I just go in circles. And I've been going in circles since the beginning of February. I'm getting really irritated now because it's almost April and we can't get this fixed. And every time I talk to one person, they point fingers at another person or another department. And my problem is that on a couple listings, there's 2 UPC codes, and really I only need 1. So it is getting astronomically difficult to figure out what they want and get things fixed.
Yep.
We've got a comment here from Four Oaks. I'm planning, or Vicky maybe, I'm planning on closing my Amazon. Too hard to get hard gates. Way too hard gates for me, and with the fees, it's not worth it.
A lot of people are feeling like you, and I encourage you to open up a Walmart account if you haven't. And rather than closing your Amazon, you may change your mind later. Amazon may lighten up some of these changes they're making. And, whatever internal changes have been going on at Amazon, I would like to think eventually it's going to level out. All of us would, because this is how we all make our livings. Or if it's not our livings, it's been a great side income. Mm-hmm. And I would just see if it levels out. And rather than go ahead and closing it all the way down, not only that, if you truly are done with it, give it some time. Give it some time to make sure you're done, because there's nothing worse than 6 months later wishing you still had your Amazon account. I would at least, if you want to not sell anything, I would at least wait 1 full year to make sure that you're done with it, because what you can do is sell an Amazon account. There are companies out there that will buy your Amazon account. So at least make some money on the sale of the account.
True. I like Brooklyn says, what's the solution? Well, yeah. We've had many different Amazon things all the time. And same with just the world. I mean, you go, what's the solution? We've got different tariffs coming. We've got inflation to deal with. You've got job market issues. There's always something going on in the world. It's never going to be perfect. The only thing you can be 100% on is that things will change. And the best way to deal with that is to be flexible and be always going with the flow. When things that were retail arbitrage were popping, that's what I did. I did retail arbitrage. When things are not popping on retail arbitrage, we did bundles because that's what was popping. Now that that's kind of, not doing very good, then I'm going to be doing more private label stuff because I don't want to deal with the hard gates on BS stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, we'll just adapt and change, always be expanding your knowledge. That has been the number one help when I'm battling Amazon is when I call and I know what I'm talking about, then they can't BS me and I know when they're lying to me. And that's the hardest part because that knowledge is not something that's out on the internet and readily available things. We have a lot of things like, say, taking on scam email. You can go to different websites to check if an email comes from a scam site. There's Trustpilot. There's all sorts of things to kind of protect yourself against that, to check to see if you're getting scammed. When you call Amazon, you assume that the representative on the other end knows what they're talking about and is giving you good information. And that's just not the case. I have been lied to. I've been told false things. I've been, led down the wrong path. And it's sad that that's the way it is there. But, knowing what to do and just keep at it. Persistence is the other thing.
The thing is everything that you've done in your Amazon business has given you really good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because with my business, I've done retail arbitrage, wholesale, I've done private label. I've tried all of the things. I've learned from all of them, and they've all kept my business always consistently growing, changing, and adapting. And you can take the knowledge you have and just pivot with the roadblocks that Amazon does throw your way. My strongest feeling is leaning towards wholesale accounts where they allow you to sell it on Amazon. That way, if Amazon tries to put the block on you, you have wholesale invoices that will back it up. And a lot of times permissions from those brands. Even more so, I think private label, which has always been around, it's always been good. Private label is a great way to go. And for some people, they fear that private label is out of their financial league. I've had so many people come to me to work with me thinking they're going to need thousands and thousands of dollars to do private label. And that simply is just not true. You can get private label or white label items right here in the United States, as well as ordering them off of Alibaba. And you can do it in a vast different ways. You can do it on food. You can do it on candles. You can do it on bed sheets. You can, honestly, pet foods, the possibilities are endless. Dog supplements, protein bars, protein drink mixes. All of these things are readily available. If it's a food item or like a vitamin supplement, the factories, even here in the US, because they are here, I've dealt with them, they already have the certifications needed. And they offer the private labeling of the item. All you have to have is the image of your product in the specs that are needed, and they will put that label on the food that they make there in their factory. That way, should Amazon come to you and say, we need certifications that this really is, certified organic, or any type of paperwork you're going to need, that the facility that is making the product is going to be able to provide that to you. You just have to be a little bit creative in how you want to brand it, what you want your label to look like, and then not be afraid to try it. Cost. Sometimes these type of costs cost only about $200 for your initial buy. It maybe cost you more if you had a hire graphic designer to create your label, And then that countless hours that it took you to come up with the idea or what product you wanted to choose. I think most of your time and energy is spent in the research and picking the item. But I have done products like this for as little as $200. And I would say there's 200, 500, 1,000. There's tons of opportunity in that price range. You don't have to go all in and spend thousands and thousands of dollars, especially when you're just testing something. So you can test private label the same way that you went into Walmart and tested some dog cookies that you bought to see if they were going to do well. You can also buy low even in this private label white labeling world as well.
Very true. Very true. We've got a couple comments. It seems like everybody's in the boat here. Melinda says she's agreeing. Nice to see you, Melinda. Reno, hi. I hope you're feeling better. In fourth quarter, Vicky says, they gated me in so many toy brands that I had in stock. It really ticked me off.
Yeah.
Big time. Absolutely. It is irritating because you're like, I'm a proven seller. Why are you messing with me?
Yeah.
Reno says is fourth quarter is the time they like to do that, and that he had the 400 of an item for Colgate. Yeah, that is. I hope you didn't have much in stock because that is really, really crummy. I'm not a new seller. I've been selling like 9 years. It ticked me off. And then Reno's been since 2013. Yeah. I've been since 2015, and I can't believe I'm getting regated and things that I've been selling. And you're convinced that it's get rid of the third-party sellers dealing with the manufacturing.
I feel like you too, Vicky. I feel this way as well. I don't think they want to completely because there's a lot of brands they don't care to really deal with, right? So there is still a ton of opportunity with retail arbitrage. But I agree with you. I think that they want that as well. And if you become a private label seller and have your own product, that does set you apart because now you're not a tube of Colgate and you're not Colgate. So yeah.
It is Vicky they only want 10 units for her.
Interesting.
There's no rhyme or reason in any of this.
Interesting. So I'm guessing you checked while we were on the live. I'm just going to post that up there for everyone to see that's getting the 400 units and the 200 units because, ouch, that hurts. That hurts for you all.
Now, I feel that this is all coming, and at least this is what the rumor is that I've been told, is that it's coming because the brands, sorry, my dog is barking. The brands have gone to Amazon and started to get involved in lawsuits about the private label, selling knockoffs, the IP issues, and things like that. And they have gone after Amazon. And so that's why Amazon is going after sellers to lock down. It's being pushed by the brands. So you'll notice it only on the big brands. There was two that are going to go straight transparency codes, and they're going to do special transparency codes. Do you remember what those two are? Somebody posted it in the group.
I don't. Speaking of transparency codes, I am selling some items from Yankee Candle that do not come this way from Yankee Candle. So they look more like a bundle, but they're branded correctly. And I got nasty grams from Amazon saying that by April the 28th, they're going to start requiring transparency codes on those particular ASINs that I have for sale. And I'm like, how is that possible? There's no way Yankee is doing this. And if it is a third-party seller that created this listing, I don't see how they can get away with making that change within Amazon. And I have a hard time believing that Yankee has given some third-party seller carte blanche on Amazon listings. So this is one that perplexes me. Speaking of the transparency code, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, somebody posted on a Facebook, and I can't remember which group it was in, but there was two major brands coming out that they're going to do special transparency codes with Amazon, and it was directly to cut down on IP issues and fake things. God, I can't remember what it was though now. That's
Yeah, but I have seen a bit more with these transparency codes.
nice. All right. And I believe you had one other topic for us today,
No,
Miss.
that was it. That was all I had.
That was
Just
all
all the going ons in my world. Yeah, so those were all the going ons in my world in Amazon this week. I and I know it always sounds doom and gloom, right? but but believe you me, I'm being very creative and I have been pivoting. I've been working with one of my wholesalers and I have some ideas in my mind of some white label items I want to do. I've always had really good success with my white label items. They've done well for me. And then they're fun because only I have those products. Um, this is not the first time I've pivoted with Amazon. I probably pivot with Amazon every year in some fashion, sometimes a big movement, sometimes smaller movements. But definitely the joyous days of Amazon that it once had been certainly is not the same exciting, fun times where everything you touched was like, oh my God, this is great, that is great. And those days definitely are over, but the truth is I need Amazon, right? I need them. I need the sales, but I don't need them as much. So I do have more power now. I have eBay and I have Walmart. And if I had to survive without Amazon, I can. I can survive without them. But they do have the biggest amount of sales, right? The velocity with Amazon is stronger. And they're a great tool to use if you do want to get into private labeling or white labeling and build your own website because you can get your name out there on Amazon. You can get that brand recognition through Amazon. You can get people knowing your product on Amazon and hopefully drive them to your site where you're selling your items.
Yes. All right. So Tina and I, we've talked at length this year on what we're going to do. And, some of the other things that we always talk about is diversifying. And we are dipping our toes into the influencer part of selling online. And then there's lots of places that have influencer programs, not just Amazon, but Amazon is kind of where we are starting with that. So that's going to be a fun journey this year. And of course, we're talking about selling products on different platforms. We've branched out and over to Walmart. Walmart is actually picking up for a lot of people there. And then some of the other things that are kind of interesting is how AI has been integrating over with different stuff. You now see AI integrations on eBay, Walmart, and Amazon to help with listing optimization. And then we were talking the other day, that was really fun, changing the topic to something a little bit more interesting, a little less doom and gloom, was how AI can help with, we were talking about with poker in general, or
When I shared
gambling.
how Google has the Google AI, if anyone hasn't checked that out, it is very interesting. You definitely need to be cautious. Be very cautious. So hold on, do you have that site pulled up by any chance?
Was it the link to the video?
No. The link to hold on. I have it pulled up. So I tried it. I just want to give the exact website. So if you guys
Gemini?
yes.
I can bring up Gemini.
Yeah. So if you guys want help with your listing, if you want help with a spreadsheet, aside from ChatGPT, you can use that's not the page. Anyway, I'll pull it up. You can use Google AI and you can screen share. So you have to be very careful because we don't want to give AI our personal information. We don't want it helping us with our tax returns. Can it? Sure. Should you? I don't think so. But if you're wanting to figure out how to formulate a Google spreadsheet, you can have the Google AI see your screen in real time and ask it. You verbally can talk to it. I'm having trouble, doing XYZ on this spreadsheet. It walks you through. Click here, click this, do that. It will help you with a task. You can be talking and ask it to critique, how do I sound? You can ask it to look at a product listing and ask how you could make yours better. So going to that white label or private label, let's say you find some items that intrigue you. You can ask it to look at the screen, ask you for some product ideas based off this product. It's very interesting how you can screen share and just talk to it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And what we were looking at or discussing was its integration into like online poker games and or stock trading. So I have the little clicky games, and I had tried out for a hot minute the like play solitaire for cash because I'm like, I don't know, okay, maybe I already play solitaire, maybe I can. Well, what the whole business plan is, you pay whatever, let's say $5 for a game. They put five people, or I'm sorry, $1, and they put five people in a room. Everybody's paid $1, so there's $5 on that round. The company takes $2, and then the pot's going to be $3. So the winner gets that $3. And I tried playing this, and I could never win. Like I maybe came in second or third, but like, and I'm fast, and I'm going, the only way this is working is if there's robots.
Somebody using a robot. I put the link in the chat, you guys.
Okay, perfect. Can you send it to me and I'll open it?
Yeah.
And so I truly am thinking that those games are ran by robots. Same with sometimes Pokemon Go or other things like that have robots or people just spinning to win. And you get to thinking of things like the lottery or stock market and or online trading type of things. If you could have AI analyze a poker table and give you the best chances at winning, you've now got a leg up. And I think that's going to be kind of the next, I don't know if it problem or solution is the right
Exactly.
term.
So you have to use it with caution. So it is Gemini, but it's the AI studio. So you can talk to it, you can show it, you can share your screen. So if you X out of that little box there are three. I guess you haven't played with it yet, have you?
No.
Oh, okay. So see how you have those three choices right there below. You have talk to Gemini, show Gemini, share your screen with Gemini. So you can be on camera with Gemini, and I used the on camera with it the other day. I wasn't on camera, but I held up, it wasn't this, but I held up a vintage shirt that I was trying to figure out what year it was from, because I couldn't find anything online by searching the tag. You know, we can date clothing, vintage clothing, especially think Nike. And the way that Nike makes the tag on their clothing indicates what era it was made from. So I was holding up the shirt like this for the camera, asking it to analyze it, find it for me, and tell me about this shirt. What are you doing there?
I don't know. I clicked, Tina. I asked it what the top selling 30 items are, and it started talking to me.
Yeah, it talks to you. Yeah, it's not like where ChatGPT types back to you. Gemini speaks to you, and you can even change the voice on the side. You can have different voice choices of Gemini.
Oh wow. Okay. So I don't like how it spit it out, but I just asked what the top 30 selling items were for summer. And we got sunscreen, swimsuits, beach towels, sunglasses, hats, sandals, 7 shorts, t-shirts, tank tops, dresses. I don't know what scats are. Skates, SCATES. I don't know what that is. Water bottles, portable coolers, outdoor games, grill, charcoal, lighters, pool toys, inflatable pools. Yeah, so it gave me the top 30 items. Okay, sorry. Continue with what you were saying.
No, so this is what the AI studio is. So you can use it for a lot of different things. Some people are using it to help them with their stock picks. They're having the AI use, the Robinhood, because you can share your screen with it.
This is going to be very interesting, because then how do you regulate? Because all it's doing is taking information that's public and analyzing it.
That's right.
It's not giving you insider information. per se. But, if you took the last, I don't know, 2 years of portfolios and asked it to analyze all the news and then look at the stock trends, I bet you it could give you a pretty good predicament of which stocks to buy
Yeah.
and move around.
And then on the side of your menu, you were in the stream real time, I think. There's another one that says starter apps. You can upload photos on this one. You can do the video analyzer. So let's say you wanting to make your YouTube video explaining how to do something. You can have it analyze your video and critique you on it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want the robot to do that. Does this one do pictures too? I got to do a picture later today.
I don't recall. I haven't played everything with it yet, so I don't recall if it makes the pictures. But I do know that it can talk about your pictures that you upload to it. The pictures on within, I think it's Chat GPT. You can with that DALL-E. Otherwise, you still have to pay to use. I'm drawing a blank on what the software is called that will make all of the photos for you. And you usually do it, at least when I was doing it, I was doing it with through my phone.
Okay. Well, I need a better front picture for an item that I got to make a listing for. And so I was going to see what AI could do with, what is there. It's for a client. So what is there, and then spice it up a little bit with something, because it needs help.
Yeah, this does a lot. And if you look in the prompt gallery on there, you can see all of the ideas that there are. I've only just barely scratched the surface of what this Google AI Studio can do.
Where's the prompt gallery?
Prompt gallery is on the left menu, over to the side.
Oh, I see it.
There you go. And so here's explore prompt ideas. So they give you prompt ideas of what people are maybe using it for, or what they've built in thinking you would like to use it for. So with always, AI can be fun, but use it with caution.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Adjust the tones of your thing. So if you have an email and you want to adjust the tone.
Yeah, and it's great for helping you with your listings. I've been using AI for a year. Has it been over a year? And I use it a lot to help me with listings, not only Amazon listings, but eBay listings. There are so many things I buy for eBay that I don't really know what year it's from or exactly how to describe the piece. And I will take a picture with my phone in ChatGPT, upload it, and I ask ChatGPT to describe this image, what era it's from, and more often than not, it is correct, because then I'll double check the work, because we can't trust everything it says. It is known to make mistakes. It is very helpful.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So, as things develop, you just got to have there's other things that pop up, which is kind of good, because, I feel that everybody that does Amazon is very much, we all have the shiny syndrome, where, oh, that's shiny, let's go after that right now. I know you were trying what's the thing you were trying, WhatsApp?
Oh, I haven't tried it yet. It's Whatnot. So
Whatnot.
Yeah, I do have some friends that do Whatnot. I will do Whatnot. I'm just not sure when. But Whatnot is a great place to make some really quick money. I have a few friends that do it and love it. And they also do Amazon. They also do eBay. As most resellers, most of us have our foot in the door of many online opportunities of a way of making money, because why wouldn't you? Sometimes one of those products can sell on many of those platforms, just like eBay sellers. They cross-list. They cross-list to Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace. I mean, we have a lot of things available to us.
Yep. So, there's always always something going on that we can then go focus on something new.
That's right. Because when one platform is struggling or you're frustrated with it, like right now, a lot of people are frustrated with Amazon, including, me. And it, because it's not the one and only thing I've got going on, it doesn't consume my every thought every day. It's like, okay, that thing is frustrating, whatever. This is still working on Amazon. I'm going to do that. But today I'm going to focus on, what can I do over here for Walmart? Let me find a replen,
Exactly. All right. Well, it was kind of a slow week, which was nice. I'm going to knock on some wood before
before you jinx yourself. Yeah, some weeks are kind of laid back like that. We've been doing a bit of spring cleaning. It's given us time to do that. And I've also been focusing a lot on learning how to do affiliate marketing as an influencer. So I spend one day a week focusing on learning how to do influencer videos. So now that's another income stream I'm pursuing this year. So I have Amazon influencer videos on product pages. I've been uploading some of them to TikTok, not all, as I just learn. So I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself. And today I uploaded to my computer so I could edit them, I think 40 videos. Some of them, it's not 40 different products. Some products have like 4 or 5 videos because I did quick clips, or I filmed one for YouTube, one for TikTok, and one for Amazon. So a little different content. I've created this morning a second YouTube channel just for putting my product review videos on that I can link to Amazon. So some of my time, one day a week, I've been trying to learn this as another income stream.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm. It's been pretty fun. I enjoy it. I actually enjoy making the videos.
Well, the other thing that I will mention is we have birthdays coming up.
Yes.
So, happy early birthday. Yours is on Friday. When is mine? Mine is on Sunday. Ooh. So I think I'm going out to dinner next week. So I meant to tell you that I don't think I'm going to be on for our live unless if we do it earlier next week.
I wouldn't be either because it's the first Sunday of the month and I do family game night on that Sunday.
Ah, yes. Okay. So next Sunday we are out, but we will be back on the following Sunday, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I got that right. I don't have anything else this week. That's kind of nice. I am really needing an easy week.
So if you guys are interested in any of those things, and I hope we give you some hope rather than depress you, but we want to talk about the things that are just real that we know are going on for not only us, but obviously you as well, based on your comments on the show today.
Well, just to show that you're not alone. Like,
yeah, you're not alone. All of us are in this same boat. We're in it together, and we do have other opportunities. There's plenty of things out there, and there's still plenty of space in Amazon. It's not for those of us that have been on Amazon a long, long time. It's just not the same place it once was.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you have a wonderful night. Everybody here have a great 2 weeks. And then when we come back, it's we got Easter, and then we're going to be running into Mother's Day. And next thing you know, it's going to be summer. Whew.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a lot of good stuff for that coming up. All right, you guys take care and have a good night.